Afternoon.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's a
Get a copy of that, I believe.
For the right corner, yeah.
How many copies did you print?
4.
Really? That's a full copy. There's a lot on the ground yet.
I think it's printing a hell of a lot faster. It used to be a copy an hour or a script an hour.
Well, script every, yeah, well, half an hour, to be fair.
And, okay, and then what is it doing it now? It started at when? I don't
It's been
know.
going for a while, though, too. Wow.
What
Whatever
doesn't,
this little kid videotape it, put it back wherever it was.
I didn't grab it. I don't know where it was from.
Neither did I.
Put it right at the end there where the yellow sticky tabs are. That's where it was.
Did it have a case?
No, I don't think so.
Here in the background, the sirens going off to signify the start of the 46th annual Waupaca Hometown Parade.
We're just going to try to maintain our hearing throughout this parade here. And of course, following the Harley Classic Riders, the Waupaca Area Ambulance Service, and I wonder if they can help with broken eardrums.
I think they just might, because I can't hear a thing, thanks to the sirens. Again, the Waupaca Area Ambulance.
I don't want to scare you, but there are more sirens to come here. We've got the fire trucks right behind these folks here.
Waupaca is known for its first-rate fire department, the Waupaca Area Fire District. This is engine number 904.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going to compete with these sirens. We'll just wait till they go by.
You bet.
But, oh, it's quiet momentarily. We've got the Waupaca Fire Department up next. I wonder if each city has a little different siren sound.
I think they try to outclass each other when it comes to just plain and simple loudness.
That'll clear your sinuses.
You bet.
The Waupaca Rural Fire Department. Probably the first fire engine that they had in Waupaca back in 1907. Our City 6 crew is manning the cameras at several locations here along the parade route on Main Street in Waupaca, giving you probably the best view in the house today.
It's a nice close-up of it looks like it's from the 1950s almost, an older fire engine. Porch Dog FD.
Okay.
I don't know what that's from.
From 1953, vintage. Well, they give us a little bit of a break in the parade. We can see them on our monitors, but the next unit is still a ways away up on North Main Street, and that is VFW Post 1037 and the VFW Auxiliary. And of course, July 4th is a date that everybody, I think, feels a little extra measure of patriotism, and we will see a lot of those units, the bands and the veterans units here in the parade today, flying the flag and really celebrating the 217th birthday of our United States of America.
And it's a fantastic day to be thankful that we are free Americans, and that we a lot of people have gone before us and died and fought for the freedom that we so rightly deserve.
I guess it's always good to be reminded that freedom really isn't free, that all the freedoms that we have were bought with a very high price of a lot of courageous individuals, and we'll be seeing them coming into view momentarily. And just like to say how glad I am to be along with you today here, Dan, and We know that you've got several things in the works here. A couple of movies that you've got coming up that you're either working on now or will be shortly. Is that right?
My first film premieres this September. It's called Elusive at the West Picture Show in Green Bay. And I just finished up my second movie. It's called Red Eyes. It's a psychological fantasy horror film, and I've got the lead in it. I play a Humphrey Bogart-like type character, and that should be out this November.
Well, super. And we'll try to find out when we can get to see those, Dan.
They'll go straight to video, I think.
Okay, super. And speaking of super, we've got the VFW 1037 post and the auxiliary coming closer now as they make their presence known with a, I'm not sure if that was a 21 gun salute, but there were enough shots fired there to get our attention.
I don't know if you can see the sign that the gentleman is holding, but it says, "Honor your flag, stand and salute." Amen to that, Dan. Amen to that. Looks like Loyal Lundorf is dressed up in 1770s regalia, leading the crew. Looks like representatives of World War II, Korea, and the Vietnam War.
As the Stars and Stripes go past our broadcast spot here on South Main Street. And following the VFW unit, we have the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Merle Mangert, driving his 1930-31 Model A Ford. The VFW members are shooting at the new City Hall.
Shooting in honor of their fallen comrades, I think. We get a nice, warm round of applause.
Merle Mangert's 1931 Model A Ford just passed. And following that, we have Merle's 1966 Buick, I believe. Convertible, beautiful cars.
A LeSabre. As you can tell, coming up on your screen is a, what do you think that, the 66, 67 convertible Buick LeSabre?
Beautiful.
Beautiful car.
All these units representing the members of the VFW Post 1037 here in Waupaca. And the rear guard here.
Is that an M80?
I don't know. What'd you say?
I'm deaf now.
Helps keep the mosquitoes away.
Oh yeah, it does. Among other things.
And we have several military vehicles here. As we watch a parade of trucks and various units here,
that hopefully someday will be obsolete.
and the last military transport. And now we get a look at a beautiful new vehicle, relatively new in the last year or so, the beautiful King Coach from the Wisconsin Veterans Home. And this vehicle was purchased with funds donated by various organizations and individuals throughout the state of Wisconsin. A truly volunteer effort, and of course it's used to transport members of the Veterans Home to various functions throughout the state of Wisconsin in the comfort which they richly deserve. As the King Coach passes, we get a look at the Grand Marshals of this parade, Gary and Ellen Tho, Gary, of course, is the president and chief operating officer of the Waupaca Foundry, and his wife, Eileen, grand marshals for this 4th of July parade.
They're decked out in a very sporty bicentennial type of look.
And from big cars and big trucks to little cars, as you saw the Roadrunner go past. And now the mayor of Waupaca, Jim Boyer, and his wife, Joyce Boyer. And of course, Mayor Boyer is serving his 8th year as mayor of Waupaca. Prior to that, he served 4 terms as 6 years on the city council, 2 of which as council president. The mayor says he's very proud of the progress Waupaca has made during these past 8 years, but admits one of the things he likes best about Waupaca is the Hometown Day celebration and the parade. The best little city in Waupaca. And after the mayor's float car, the Chamber of Commerce float with Chamber President Terry Schultz.
And Jim King.
Yes, and her husband, Jim.
And her lovely husband, Jim King, I might add. The lovely and talented Jim King. The Waupaca High School Marching Band.
The Marching Comets attired in their summer fair too here.
Kind of a funky little beat, Dan. Very talented group of young people from Waupaca High School.
And we have a unit from Tradewinds, OMC Tradewinds in Manawa. And of course, they're also promoting the Manawa Rodeo.
The Manawa Rodeo, I like to call it, Dan.
Anyway, there's a lot of horses and bucking broncos and cowgirls and cowboys. And a big Evinrude motor behind that.
70 horse, 7 root, yeah. The Waupaca Lions clubs float. The Lions are conquering blindness, and they need use eyeglasses. Sight first is their motto.
Tremendous work that the Lions do in helping people with poor sight.
And it looks like we've got Bill Lorge, Representative William Lorge.
Great to be here.
Our representative to the State Assembly, Bill Lorge.
Hey, Bill. Just saying hello to Bill. Tell Bill's walking out. Very charismatic, flamboyant, waving to the crowd, shaking hands. And darn it, folks, that's not an Elvis imitator. That's your representative, Bill Lorge. Does a lot for the community. Really loves the citizens of Waupaca County.
And behind Bill, we take a look at the Waupaca County GOP, the Republican Party symbol, the elephant that's been in a lot of parades. And of course, the truck is driven by County Clerk of Courts George Jorgensen,
who, as a young man, used to look a lot like Robert Redford.
Whatever happened to him? And right behind George Jorgensen, the Do Well Dental Center.
Celebrating their 30th anniversary. Opened up in 1963. As you can tell, people with huge containers of Colgate, toothbrush. It's like the toothbrush factory and dental floss.
Brushing and flossing, the two keys to proper dental care, I guess. And up next, Prell's Boat Livery. Bruce Becker and a whole bunch of kids.
On a beautiful 25-foot float boat, a Harris float boat.
You know, the Waupaca area has probably got to be the pontoon boat capital of the world. Dan.
You know it is, Dan. You know it is. I almost got killed about 2 weeks ago while I was swimming. I live on McCrossin Lake. I was almost hit and drowned by one of those things.
You were almost pontooned to
I was
death.
almost pontooned to death.
And the Waupaca Babes program.
Hey, babes. Cool. I don't know what that means. Here are the Waupaca Girl Scouts. Here we go. No, that's not the Waupaca Girl Scouts.
Well, this is the time of the parade when we sort of wing it. We throw our list out the window. It's
the big one. 25, Sanford and Sons. It's the big one. Oh, golly. Jeez, good times are had by the Scandinavia Corn Roast. Playing the Sanford and Son theme song.
Get up there and get some of that great sweet corn later on this summer at Scandinavia.
If you could tell, the drivers are in black paint, black face. This looks like the Scandinavia Booster Club.
Well, it's got to be it's a Viking, and probably from Scandinavia.
Blonde hair, blue-eyed Scandinavians. The 25th annual Scandinavia Corn Roast is July 30th, 31st, and August 1st.
I'll bet that one fellow on the back of that float is warm enough this afternoon with that fur cape on.
Yeah.
But he's got a little fresh air coming up from the bottom there. And he's got shorts on, so he's in good shape. Scandinavia Booster Club. And as the Scandinavia Booster Club unit passes out of our view, we have the one of my favorites every year in this parade, Mascoutin Mavericks from the Zor Shrine Temple. I'm collecting quite a few of these little cards here.
Yep, the Zor Mavericks, the Mascoutin Mavericks.
Love to be on one of those scooters. You and I should try that sometime.
You know something, Dan? I don't think I'd be able to do that because I am not that mechanically inclined and I am not that coordinated.
We'd probably end up in one of the storefront windows here.
I'd end up killing people. I'm that bad. And here they come. The Zor Mascoutin Mavericks, not the Lions of Waupaca, folks. They do these intricate little, well, I guess little designs or patterns, and you prepare a couple of weeks before the 4th of July parade. They do quite a few parades throughout the summer.
As they're circling our cameraman.
And I hear from a good source that they've never had a fatality. Not even an accident. And I don't mean to be tempting the fates by saying that, folks.
Do a super job, and of course, always happy to have the Mascoutin Mavericks back here in the Waupaca Hometown Days Parade. And there they go.
And they get a nice round of applause.
Precision scooter maneuvers.
Scooter maneuvers, that's what they're called.
Boy, try saying that fast 14 times, I'll tell you. And we should have the Waupaca Lions Club up next.
The Lions of Waupaca.
Everybody's getting their money's worth there. The Mascoutin Mavericks go into another routine. As the Waupaca Lions Club now pass our broadcast vantage point here on South Main Street. 63 years of service.
The International Lions Club. Lions of Waupaca. Someone's playing polka music, Dan. I'm getting happy feet. I think it's the Lions Club of Waupaca.
That's coming out of their van here.
I don't know if you folks can hear that, but that's Frankie Yankovic. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about polka, Dan. But
I know even less. So.
I get happy feet when I listen to polkas.
Real toe tappers, I know that.
This is the Precision bicycle team. Looks like the Waupaca Area Recycling and Composting Center. Bunch of young kids on bicycles, scooting around.
Reminding us all to recycle.
Recycle for our future, as well as our kids, as well as their kids. as well as their kids, Dan.
All the different things, the plastic, the aluminum, of course, the cardboard. Lots of good things to be recycled here.
Waupaca JCs, it looks like Mark Kanuga and his lovely wife, Maria Kanuga, riding along. They're a group dedicated to leadership training through individual management and community development.
And there, of course, the JCs are riding in red, white, and blue convertibles. And the white convertible is looks like a new Chrysler donated for this parade by Neville Motors, and we've got a blue one,
which looks like a blue 68 Firebird donated by Mark and his lovely wife, Maria Kanuga. I went to school with Mark. Mark's a good young man, doing a lot for the JCs. It looks like he's pushing his car. He's also a strong young man. There we go. Hey, Mark Kanuga is not only the vice or the president of the JCs, he's also in darn good shape.
And a Dodge Dakota pickup. Also with JC members in it. And here comes the Waupaca County Democratic
Party.
And right behind the Democrats, we've got the contingent from Fawkes Brothers Construction in Waupaca. They kind of spruced up some of the trucks here and put them in the Hometown Days Parade.
Where Freddie Fawkes is the boss. Fawkes Brothers Construction, they're doing a lot of work in Europe, I guess, in Scotland. They manufacture a grass seed that's a grass that's used on a lot of golf courses across the nation, in Japan, across the world actually, Japan, Scotland.
And we can see that they have 50 years of service in Waupaca and 200 employees to help make it all work. And of course, we've got the Scouts right now behind Fawkes Brothers.
36-43. Group of good-looking young guys.
The Cub Scouts.
And
he's not a Cub Scout, is he?
No, he's not. He's a crazy clown. It looks like Crunchy. Crunchy the clown, I think. It's Kenneth Boulware, and I think he goes by the name of Crazy the Clown or Crunchy the Clown. No, he's Ken the Clown. I am sorry.
Okay. Crazy like Ken.
Crazy Ken. Waving to the kids. Cheesy Bob.
From Crazy Ken to Cheesy Bob.
But it's the same man, I think. Cheesy Bob waving to our viewing stand here.
Away we go. We're number one.
Cheesy Bob is 68 years old, but doesn't look a day over 30, folks.
And of course, number one, I think, refers to the winning entry in the Strawberry Fest Milk Jug Boat Regatta that's atop that boat.
That's right. That is right.
The secret was 28 miles of duct tape, I think, in that one. And we've got the Rock and Roll Express right behind Cheesy Bob.
Looks like Reg Kemp, who's a friend of mine.
Oh, there he is.
This many kids out here.
Reg is not used to walking, I don't think. And behind Reg, and we've got Balloonatics. That's quite an eye-catching entry, isn't it, Dan?
Wow, that is wonderful. It's the American flag done up in helium balloons.
Super.
You know something, Dan? I've never felt more proud of my country than in this moment right now. Kids, just say no. Say no to drugs, say no to alcohol. Say yes to health, say yes to sports, say yes to a lot of fun things out there.
And there go a lot of balloons skyward here. Now, the thing that a lot of folks like and a lot of folks will be seeing, the Old Time Car Club of Waupaca. And we've got a lot of great entries here. We've got a 69 Chev convertible owned by Art and Vicki O'Keefe, and Bob and Jackie Gray's 70 Pontiac convertible.
Beautiful cars. And as you could tell, the people inside, they just came from a wedding. Someone got married.
And The next lineup, we have Pershing Cox in his 1942 Chev, and we have Ken and is that Irene Wegge? Nope, I just lost my notes here. 1948 Plymouth Coupe.
It's a beautiful car. I just bought a 72 Buick Skylark that I had totally redone.
And Herb and Ann Gerke, 68 Pontiac Bonneville, and Ernie and Marion
Handle,
Wozniak,
oh, I'm sorry.
51 Hudson. Okay, and the next row here, where are we here? We've got a 64 Ford Galaxy and a 66 Dodge. Arnie Van Handel and Les Tesson, the owners of those two cars. And right behind them, we have 60 Studebaker Lark.
That's a beautiful
and
car.
a 53 Chiv Bel Air.
That's a very rare car, the Lark.
And a 65 Ford Mustang.
Ooh, muscle car, a beautiful muscle car. Something I should be driving, Dan Hansen.
Yes, I agree. And a Model T truck, 1925 vintage. 1925 Model T sedan. A 23 Model T Roadster. 32 Aaron's Fox fire truck coming up next. And that Aaron's Fox fire truck that was out at the Veterans Home Old Car Show a while ago. That's a beautiful truck, the owner from Appleton. And let's see, we've got a, looks like a 57 Chevy right next to the fire truck. And 1926 30 passenger bus.
Wow.
A Leyland.
Wow.
Owned by Krause Publications. Of course, the old car show coming up next weekend, always a big thrill.
July 9th, 10th, and 11th, the old car show and swap meet in Iola, Wisconsin.
And the Friends of the Library skating their way through downtown Waupaca. And following the Friends of the Library, I'm not sure. Oh, the Church of Christ of Waupaca.
Located on Maple Street. Horses and buggies are welcome every Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
And speaking of horses, two of the tiniest horses I've ever seen.
Little cute. What are those called? Shetland ponies?
I think they've got to be smaller than Shetland ponies. They must be miniature or some things or other. That's Mayford and Marcia Fazer. Yes, M&M Ranch.
she's picking it up and holding the horse. It's the first time I've ever seen that.
And something may seem a little out of place here on this hot July afternoon, the Antique Snowmobile Club of America.
Looks like a Rupp and a Skidoo.
With a couple of their vintage snowmobiles.
A Larson. Actually, I think one is a Rupp.
And we've got some more coming right behind them.
Arctic Cat.
A couple of Arctic Cats from the 1960s. In order to qualify to be an antique snowmobile, the machine has to be a 1966 or older.
Oh, really? Why is that now?
Because that's the cutoff date that they've set.
26 years old, it has to be.
Well, they've held it at 1966 because for what reason I'm not exactly sure, but here come the pack of critters.
Yes, one of the pack of critters throws us some candy. Thank you very much.
I didn't catch anything here.
I got a little Brox.
Oh.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'd want to get that vulture outside of my door or not.
No. Happy birthday, Dan Hansen. You're now 60.
Not quite. Trinity Lutheran Church of Waupaca has a float here that's all decked out. More balloons.
Located on 206 East Badger. Going forth in service, going forth in love. Paca's Trinity Lutheran Church.
And we should have the Mead-Rath Gutke post 339 coming up next. But I think we have the Department of Natural Resources.
The DNR.
Smokey Bear.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Smokey the Bear lately. I wonder if he's retired. I heard a rumor he was down in Florida.
He's right
oh
up
my
there.
gosh. There he is, out of retirement, Smokey the Bear. He was living down in Pensacola, Florida, I guess. Owned a couple of condos down there. Now he's back with the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, Smokey the Bear.
He's joined their firefighting crew here, manning the bulldozer. And right behind Smokey, we have the Waupaca Knights of Columbus.
Knights of Columbus are sponsoring their chicken barbecue today at South Park. If you have a spare 10 or 15 minutes, go on down. I had it for lunch today, Dan. It was wonderful.
And right behind the KCs, we have the Waupaca County Line Trailblazers Snowmobile Club promoting their big beer and brat fry and raffle coming up July 24th at the Rustic Woods Campground.
They also have live music there.
And we've got some more vintage vehicles here, a 57 Chevy.
Harley and Sue Dunbar's.
Waupaca Elevator Company.
Wow. Wow. That is a beautiful car.
Okay, that looks like a Studebaker.
It's a Gran Turismo.
That's Tom Godfrey with his Studebaker. Beautiful car.
Beautiful car.
And another Pontiac. Is that a Pontiac or Oldsmobile or Buick? I think from Buick from the 60s, promoting the Iola Old Car Show coming up July 9th through the 11th.
The Spinning Lion, signifying, of course, the Lions Club, Iola Lions Club.
And here we've got some vintage military vehicles. I believe the first one was a 1943 World War II vintage Jeep.
A quarter-ton.
Three-quarter-ton Dodge Command car. And we also have a weapons carrier coming up and several more World War II vehicles. I'm not sure if these are from, well, they're promoting the Iola Vintage Military Vehicle Show, which will be coming up shortly.
August 21st and 22nd, I believe, in Iola. You know, Dan, I like to go out to Iola in Scandinavia for the corn roast, have a couple of corn ears, and then have a couple of bratwurst and maybe a couple of cold beverages. Iola and Scandinavia, two beautiful communities with a lot of neat events and a lot of neat people there. I love the people from Iola, Scandinavia. I don't care how rich and famous I become, Dan. I'm always going to love the people of Wisconsin. I am a Wisconsinite. I am a Waupacan, and darn proud of it.
Yeah, God, I'm glad to hear that. Just makes me want to get up and salute here.
I thought you were going to say something else, man. Still showing off the vintage.
We've got the
military vehicles.
A little piece of artillery behind this last truck, as we'll see very shortly. Just a gorgeous day here, a little bit on the hot and humid side, but that's the way we like it this time of the year, right?
There's Springer's Tours and Travel. That's their Tours and Travel bus. They go to Branson, Missouri, Arizona, Florida, all points across the United States.
Branson, Missouri is really becoming a popular place, isn't it, Dan?
It's a hotbed for country music, Dan.
Here Wayne Newton even moved there now.
Actually, country and Western music, progressive music, contemporary artists are moving there and performing there. Kenny Rogers, I think, owns a couple of recording studios and a couple of entertainment palaces in Branson, I'm fairly sure.
I know it's a hot day today, but what is this I hear, Dan, that you're going to be wearing a toupee? You don't have it on now, do you?
I do, Dan. As a matter of fact, I do. For my next film that I start filming in October, I play a 23-year-old homicide detective, and I'm on the air right now, and I've got a toupee about the size of my palm to enhance my existing hair. I'm 27 going on 28, and I film like I'm 30, and they want me to play a 23-year-old for the film. So you can tell I've got it. It looks pretty good, I think. People,
Yeah, it looks real good. We get a good shot of that.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for bringing it up, too, Dan. I owe you one.
Okay, appreciate that. I'll remember that.
Looks like the Waupaca martial arts class is coming up. They might show us some of their moves.
Karate chop our table in half here.
Yep, they just might. I think they might study Taekwondo. Waupaca Martial Arts, located in New London.
Well, they should be in good shape for marching in the parade.
Yeah, located actually in Waupaca and in New London.
Classes at the community center.
Tuesday and Thursday, 6 to 7, 2 months, half price. I have to take a martial arts class, Dan. I have to learn how to throw a punch or a kick if I ever have to do that in my films.
And somebody's trying to get their attention, I guess. We've got next one on our list. It says McDonald's. I don't think that's McDonald's.
No.
At least not. Well, I see a TransStar truck coming. I hear it too. But before that, we do have McDonald's.
McDonald's. Yep, they're giving away sodas to the kids and Big Macs. No, I wish. No, looks like candy and sodas. Dan, I'm going to try to get a Big Mac. Excuse me.
Okay. Get one for me too.
Oh, here comes TransStar. We just missed McDonald's. Future TransStar drivers for America.
Those things are almost as bad as the sirens there.
Yeah, really. All the kids dressed up as semis. I can't hear anymore, Dan. I'm deaf.
TransStar, of course, an international trucking company headquartered here in Waupaca.
You can tell they're a little loud. Yeah. Oh, golly, we're having some fun now. On the side of a semi, it says, "We are proud to drive America." TransStar.
We're going to make them come down here and put the headset on. We're going to blow the horn.
Oh, now this is what I like, the chain skiers.
And, of course, they have a full summer full of water shows in Waupaca on the chain every Saturday night, pretty much.
My cousin is Caitlin Meehan, and she's waving to me, and my other cousin is Mo Meehan. She's also a chain skier, and there's Sherry Lenke, all very talented skiers, and my Uncle Pat started the Waupaca Chain Skiers when he was a young man.
And here comes the second boat of chain skiers.
They have a 6:30 show tonight. Wisconsin Veterans Home. Come and enjoy. There's my cousin Mo. She's one of the most beautiful women of all time. Tim Lenke. Tim, take care of my cousin.
And
Sherry Lenke, one of the
the
stars.
chain skiers. Great summer lineup of water shows just about every Saturday night at the Veterans Home.
Here's my cousin again.
Well, you get your whole family in here.
My whole family.
If they all come out and buy one of your videos, it'll be a success.
Yeah, really.
And speaking of videos, we've got
Fulton Video.
Fulton Video here in Waupaca. Rent a flick.
Fulton Street Video.
Our cameraman is right on top of the action, so to
All the
speak.
attractive ladies who work at Fulton Street Video. You want some action? Want a good laugh? Go to Fulton Video, rent a flick. Use your basic instinct and go to Fulton Video.
And the Oddfellows and Rebecca's of Waupaca, represented in the parade this year.
They do a lot of philanthropic work throughout the nation. The Oddfellows, the Independent Order of Oddfellows, worldwide, friendship, love, and truth.
And following the Oddfellows float, we have a truck from Nofke Lumber. And that's a pretty good sized truck, I want to
That's
tell
a
you.
big old truck there, Gary. It's a big old truck.
Whatever you want to load, that'll take it, I'll tell you.
Nofke Lumber, Steve Nofke, the owner of Nofke Lumber.
Is that Steve?
No, Steve's not that attractive. No, Steve
He's probably down at the park eating chicken.
probably sleeping. That lazy bum.
And more music here in the Hometown Days Parade.
The Waupaca City Band.
And just as we say that, they stop
They
playing.
stopped playing because they knew.
We don't want to hear the truck, we want to hear the band. They're turning the page now. And of course, they've got some great Friday night band concerts here this summer. They'll be performing at South Park until the bandstand is available here at the City Square. And here they go again.
Playing some patriotic tunes.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I'm getting those happy feet again, Dan.
George M. Cohan. And right after the city band, the Rosewood Inn of Wild Rose.
He is a big toy farmer.
He's talking to somebody on.
Waupaca Ford, New Holland in Waupaca, Wisconsin. It's the Haji Arabians, Jackie Leffen's group, one of the most popular groups in the parade.
Beautiful, beautiful horses up front here. The Arabians have such beautiful faces, don't
Oh
they?
yeah, yeah. Beautiful lines, aesthetic lines. They're beautiful creatures.
Watching the horses here.
I always wanted to be the guy behind the horses. Shovel.
That's showbiz.
I had high aspirations. I'm gonna make a movie about that guy.
Well, I didn't give up show business. And speaking of, we have the Boy Scouts, Troop 634, Bay Lakes Council, sponsored by Trinity Lutheran Church. And that is one big tractor, a big Ford tractor here.
As Sammy Davis Jr. would say, that's one big tractor, man. And I don't do a good Sammy Davis Jr. at all, Dan, do I?
Better than I do.
That's one big tractor, a Ford 946 Versatile. From Scout Troop 634, the Bay Lakes Council, sponsored by Trinity Lutheran Church.
And I think it's obvious to all our viewers what is being pulled by that big tractor. And the Boy Scouts are ready for anything here. They've got their
Poop
shovels, but so far there's nothing to pick up.
Nope, they're doing a fine job though. The Poop Scoop Boy Scout Troop.
And of course, all those fine horse groups and the Iola Fire Department. We can mention some of those people in the horse groups: Earl and Carol Ludke, Friendship Group, Judy Fellers, Chuck Mumbrew, and of course here comes the Waupaca Fire Department.
And that signifies the end of the 46th annual Hometown Days Parade.
Well, we thought it might rain when we came out here this afternoon, but the weather was almost ideal. We had a little bit of clouds and a little bit of a breeze, and all in all, it was a very comfortable afternoon here for the folks lined up along the Main Street route of the Waupaca Hometown Days Parade to view this 1993 edition of the Hometown Days Parade. I've had a lot of fun out here with you, Dan.
Thank you very much, Dan.
We're gonna look for those movies coming out on video in the fall. What were those again that you're working on?
The first one's called Elusive, the second one is called Red Eyes, and the third one I start filming this October, and it's tentatively called Real Cops. So watch for them at your local video stores.
Well, Dan, thanks to you for joining me, and thanks to all the members of our City 6 telecast crew here. We hope that you enjoy this telecast of the Waupaca Hometown Days Parade. And of course, our thanks to everybody who took part in the parade again this year. A super 1993 parade for Dan Davies. I'm Dan Hansen. Thank you for watching the Waupaca Hometown Days Parade here on City 6 Television. So long, everybody.
Have
Happy
a wonderful
4th.
day.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Good working with you.
Good job. Thank you, Dan. I love working. I felt very comfortable. Now my ears are sweating.
Oh.
Good job. That was a good play, too. We didn't. I don't think we screwed up too much.
Well, you know, you just have to play it by ear a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. Oh, it's good to get that headset off there.
Hey, Dan, I'll give you a ticket to go to the opening this September.
Oh.
You and your wife or girlfriend or whoever can go there.
Looks like winner for Fox Valley is doing an excellent job moving that puck around. For Fox Valley, and they're one-man short. He's done a super job on aggressive hockey, and he's fast. He moves around some of these players, and he's winding that clock down in his power play. There's only 34 seconds left in it for Wausau, and I believe they've only had one shot on goal in this whole power play. Score is 3-2. There's 44 seconds left in the second period, as we have a face-off in the Wausau zone on the near point. Wausau trying to move it up, pass on over, broken up by Fox Valley. Fox Valley takes it back in. Fox Valley still controlling the puck during this power play. Wausau breaks it up. Wausau bringing the puck into the zone, having a breakaway. Fox Valley did a good job breaking that play up. It's a backhand. Went left of the net, back centered, puck in front of the slot. Pass over to the defense in the high point. Shot on goal, left of the net. Fox Valley trying to clear the puck up. Tied up in the corner, 8 seconds left in the period. Power play is off now. We got 3 seconds left in play. Well, it looks like we're going to have 1 second. The clock didn't stop there, but we got 1 second left in play. Just enough time for the puck to drop. We'll see if in the face-off, Wausau is going to have it down in the Fox Valley zone. Maybe they can get a shot off on the that'll be the end of the period. We have a score of 3-2. Wausau's leading Fox Valley. And we'll be starting with the third period shortly here at the Badger State Games hockey tournament in the Expo Center at Waupaca Ice Arena.